Fishes, how's it going? 'Tis I, Chloe here. Today we are doing another marble mani. Like I said, after my last one with Tiff, Lola, and Labyrinth, I got on a marble kick and I needed it all in my life, all the time. So I am doing another nude color with a marble on top. So I'm using the same base that I have on my left hand, which is Hush. And on my left hand I have 2 coats, and on my right hand I am only going to do 1, which I know is really weird for me, but I really liked the sheerness that it had. It had just enough opacity, but I didn't want it any darker. After I had scrubbed the color off with my scrubby brush after my first layer, I decided I really liked it. So I'm just doing 1 coat of Hush, and so you will see all of this in full speed. And then I'm going to show you a fast, clear cap. And so yeah, you'll actually get to see a clear cap today. I'm only going to show you 1, but I did it twice. So just so you know, because I wanted to add extra strength to the nail since I only did 1 layer of color. So I am just applying my base, trying to be better about keeping my sidewalls and cuticles clean so I don't have so much of a mess to clean up or file around or anything. I am really trying, and I've noticed that my right hand usually comes out better, even though I'm right-handed, so you would think my left hand would come out better. My right hand usually comes out better, and the only thing I can think of is that it's because I work so slow trying to make sure that it comes out good, that it actually, the slowness actually does help. It's a little irritating because I have to go slow, but it works. So sometimes I am really impressed with myself and the way my right hand comes out. So this is how it is going, and I believe, so I'm going to do this, I'm going to do clear, I'll file and buff, and I'll be using 3, I think it's 3 different colors of gel polish for this mani. And I am not using blooming gel, just so you know. This is marbling without blooming gel, but it is with gel still. So now that I have my color on, we are going to clear cap. And clear cap is just like any other dipping situation. Sorry guys, sometimes I lose my words. Like, it's like they just fall out of my head. They just boom, disappear. They're gone. Anyways, clear is like any other dipping thing. When you clear cap, just put it on. I will say that if you clear cap and you're still having like fuzziness or it's not coming out completely clear or whatever, and you're not using a stiff bristled brush like this one, use a stiff bristled brush when you wipe off your clear, because it does make a world of a difference. Just so you know, when you're, instead of using just a fluffy brush to dust off your clear after you're done clear capping, try using a stiff bristled brush. Just make sure that the dip base is set, but then just go in with that brush, because it will take away all of the white specks or anything that you might have going on. And I love that trick. So here I am. I'm like, Yep, we like it like that, so we're putting it away. So 1 coat of Hush. Now we are doing our clear dip. And like I said, you will actually get to see the full process of this. Well, aside from my thumb. Because if you've watched any of my other videos, you know, like, what I've said about the thumb. Like, sometimes I'll leave it in, sometimes I won't. It just depends. It's my thumb. I don't know. My poor thumb. It's probably feels so unloved, but I just don't sometimes see the point in showing it when I'm doing it on my other fingers. So, anywho, I am just getting this all clear capped and going. So, this is a weird question, guys, while I finish my clear capping. Has anybody actually dipped their toes and it like be a good idea or anything? Because the farthest I've gone to actually doing anything crazy on my toes is just to do gel. And my husband the other day asked me how come I don't do my toes all fancy the way that I do my fingernails. And in my head I'm thinking, what is your definition of fancy? Like, is it the process of like actually dipping it? Is it the artwork situation that I do? Is it the rhinestones or glitter? Like, what is fancy? But he did ask me that, and I'm like, I don't know, because I usually just do one solid color on my toes, and it's usually just polish, but on occasion I'll use gel. So I don't know. What else do I need to be doing to my toes to make them fancy? Just wondering what y'all do to make your toes fancy, because I don't know. I have no clue. So I dusted off my clear. I am activating. I will do some light filing and buffing. This mani didn't need hardly any. And then I'm using a Beetles polish that I got in a kit. And that's going to be my base color. I'm going to add a little bit of white from the striping gel polish that I have off of Amazon. And I'm trying to figure out which pink I think will look better with this other one, because you can't really tell on the outside of the bottles, and I decided that it was this one. I didn't like the baby pink. I wanted the hot pink. So I'm just adding this here and there, wherever, and then I'm just gonna take my cuticle tool and just run lines around through it. And then once I get it semi where I want it, I clearly didn't get it where I wanted it. I'm gonna add a little bit more. You can do that. Add more if you need more of whatever color. And then I'm going to add 2-in-1 Mani Boss gel. This is the base and top coat 2-in-1 from Mani Boss. It is not blooming gel, but I'm going to use it like blooming gel. So while it is still wet, I'm going to pick up my color, and then I'm going to place it on my thumb. Now, 100% transparency, I seen this from Marla Chris on a live, and I tried it out in my St. Patty's Day mani, and I loved it, and I wanted to do all the marbles with it. So I've been using this technique for the last 2 or 3 manis that I've done marble. Aside from the one that I did dip on, which was my last video. So, or not my last video, the video before my last video. Whatever. Anyways, I am not dipping my brush into the polish. I'm like scooping it into the gel polish and then laying it across my nail. And so you want to do this with the gel still wet. So here I had a little too much gel on my brush, so I went ahead and wiped it on my middle finger. And then I'm going to do all of these fingers at once, but I'm only going to show you these two, my index and my middle. So I'm going to do my ring and my pinky as well. They're all still wet. I have not cured anything. And I'm just scooping. Scoop. You don't want to dip because you will mess up your marble. Scoop and lay. You want to like glide it across the nail. And then it will kind of start to bloom on its own, but it'll do it in a slower process than blooming gel. So it won't get too crazy and like explosive looking on your nail. And so once I get all of these nails done, then I am going to put it in my light and cure for 1 minute. So the base coat is going to be wet still. You're going to apply your polish the way you want it to make it look marble, and then cure for a minute, at least a minute, if not longer. And now I am just taking my scrubby brush with a little bit of alcohol on it, and I'm just cleansing off my nails to get that tacky layer off, so I don't get stuck to anything before I get a chance to top coat. And I am going to be I'm wiping off my stuff, cleaning my brushes with alcohol and my nail plate, and I am going to be finishing this mani off with dip top coat. I've done this a few different times. What you still want to activate your nails and everything because that's what makes the top coat dry. But I have never had any issues with using dip top coat over gel art. So I had a full layer of gel on my nail, and then we did the marble polish part and cured it. So my whole nail is covered in gel already, at least one layer. And I am now putting on dip top coat. And again, I have not had any issues whatsoever doing this. It's still, the dip top coat still lasts. It still is shiny. It doesn't chip or peel or anything. I have not had any issues with it. And I don't know if it's like a universal thing or if it's the dip top coat that I use when I do this process, which of course is Mani Boss. Not sponsored, though I wish. I really, really wish. I love them so much. Just a, good fan of Mani Boss. But I have not had any issues with using gel underneath dip liquids. So if you want to, I don't know, sometimes I really, really love the shine of this dip top coat. And to me, in most occasions, it's even shinier than gel polish. So that's why in my head for this mani, I wanted to use it because I wanted my mani to be like extra glossy. And I knew that this top coat would give it to me even more so than gel. And so I use it. Their 2-in-1 gel is still really shiny and glass-like. But honestly, I think I might prefer the dip top coat to the 2-in-1 gel as a top coat. So I don't know. I just love this top coat, you guys. I really do. It's just so shiny, so chef's kiss. And as per usual, I do cap my free edge on my second layer because I use peel base, and I'm trying to get a few extra days of longevity unless I'm ready to take off the mani, in which case I'll just file around the edges and pop them off. But this is my mani for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed. I was in love with this mani. I actually really honestly liked the combo of having green and pink together. My pink on one hand, green on the other. But yeah, this was my mani, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye, bitches.